is ticking for nearly 70 homeless Hoosiers who have lived for years in a tent camp just south of downtown Indianapolis. The city has given them an eviction notice, and they have until Monday to leave.
Now, 24-hour News 8 has learned about an effort to find shelter for all of them before then. David Barris is here with the next step in the story.
Eric and Laurie, as we've reported, the camp has been considered a nuisance by businesses, customers, and residents for years. But what happens to those living there after the eviction? Here's what I uncovered. It's a mini city of sorts, a homeless camp that sits under a CSX viaduct on Davidson Avenue, southeast of downtown.
People call it Tent City, but we know it as Irish Hill, and it's a community. It's more of a community.
And if this is a community, Maurice is its mayor. He's been living in his tent here for 2 years. But the city has told Maurice and the 66 others they have to leave by Monday. Signs posted say it's for construction and bridge cleaning. Maurice believes the land across from the tent city has been sold for development.
This probably doesn't help land values too much here.
At times like this, agencies really ensure that anyone who wants to get into housing can.
Christy Shepard is the executive director of the Coalition for Homelessness Intervention and Prevention, CHIP as it's known. She says working with about a dozen different local agencies, they've already found shelter for some of those who had been living at Davidson.
What we see as outsiders, we look at it and say, okay, so they're going to make a move from here and they'll just establish a camp somewhere else. Does that happen?
Possibly. Again, we cannot force anyone, any individual, to do something.
Maurice says if they get everyone housed, there will be nothing much to do Monday morning. But if they don't, he says those remaining won't leave quietly. And he says in either case, his tent will continue to be his home.
I will probably set up camp somewhere else and still continue to help the people who still have homeless issues or homeless.
Christy Shepard says on any given day, about 1,600 people are considered homeless here in Indianapolis, a number she says that's staying steady. She says the city has been a good partner in finding help for those living on the streets, says she's been told the intent is not to arrest anyone. It's to recapture the land for the property owner and find shelter for those willing to take it. Eric?
All right, thank you, Dave.